There was one little thing. The hook on the end of my strap there that has to get stopped was pinged off and was on the floor. I've literally tied it to there. That goes over my neck and back again. So rather than mess about trying to find it or buy another one, I've just tied it on. Does the job. New screen too. Right, here we go. So, a little word on safety on this. You could get quite nonchalant about the amount of weight you're putting into it. So go there, so I pushed it, which is safe, and then put a lot of weight on it and lean into it. Don't lean. The weight's here and you're pushing as if you're pushing away. That slips. You know you've got a face mask on, but you don't want to hit anything under that, because you'll head a cap and it'll pull your neck out. But when you're on here, you're pushing hard, but not so hard that you're driving yourself into the actual machine. Okay, like this. Okay, right, stage I've got to now. That's the handle, it's quite flat, okay? I've offered up one of the oak scales, scribed out the profile, placing it on with a pencil, drawn round, so you should be able to see that there. I'll check on the camera, because the light in here can be quite vicious. There we go, so there you can see this scribed out in pencil. I'll put those two together and then bandsaw that out. Okay, now I've got to leave a fair amount of wood here, because in my design, let's get my masters down. Right, a few templates. In my design, my Berserker has scalloped edges there at the end of the scales where your hand could creep forward. They just sort of mould around in there. Very sort of organic feel. So I've left myself enough wood in this area to bandsaw, file, rasp out later on as a pair when they're stuck together in a vise. So I've given myself enough scope later. Keeping your designs in a really neat folder is a good idea. Show a few of my designs while I'm at it. There's the enforcer. Like that. Whoop, you get. Okay. So a real massive choil, which I kept on my assassin here. There. So worked that in as well. Big chat with Sean in December. And he's got an oppo called Chris Grant. Now this guy's a bit of a legend. And if someone's got some stratospherically high ergo qualifications, you sort of listen to advice. So what I've done is I've adapted that sort of real abrupt choil into more of a, there he is, more of a ricasso, so you get a more subtle section to put your fingers. It should lend itself to some more comfortable work. And I should have done I've done one already, drawn out. So I've made a light box out of a drawer and a couple of light bulbs and some perspex. I just lay that down on top and draw it on paper. So I've got myself another master there to scribe out on me work. I think what else we got. We should have some Pugios as well in there, haven't we? Just a badass. Jimmy Foster had that one. Oh, that was a brute, that thing. There's the Rhino. You should be able to see the Demon style. There it is. Not the Damen style, which is woman style. I want the Demon style, which is demon style. There it is. With a demonic head end on it. Should be able to see that. Obviously a hell of a lot of forward work to get that bend in it, so I've got to put a real hot section there and bend that handle round. What else we got? Try and get to the Pugios. Oh, there's the one I did for Mike for his design and knife competition. That's the Jackal. There's the Pugio. Sort of Roman look to it. But in the end, the guy went for that falchion. It's really hard in this light. There we go. There we are. Falchion. So these are all my masters, kept neat and tidy. And then obviously when I need to get another one done off, I'll just use a light box and draw it out. I don't have an A3 printer. Do it my way. So I'll see in a bit when we get these handles cut out on the back. Okay, so I'm using some double-sided tape. Because as the big section gets cut away, if I was wrapping it in masking tape, that would end up coming unstuck. So I'll use the Vesp. Use a Needle stake, cut that off there. I'll peel off the thing, put it together. Okay, so once that's vaguely profiled and I know where this section here is ended up, now using the drawing as a reference, I put the scallop barriers on and shaded in what I've got to cut out. Okay, welcome back. The scallops I've now roughly profiled, like that, so you know, as you were holding it like this, you could put your finger in there. Yeah, it's just a nice little touch I put in. I like the look of them. That's what I do. So those were painstakingly done by hand. Next stage is a real faff. You split them apart. The one that's got the most double side on, stick to the blade, and then you drill through the blade and into that one scale. You might think, oh, shortcut, I'll put them both on, but if there's a little bit of deflection on the drill, you'll end up with the drill going through that side, going through at an angle, and you'll end up that your pins will just be completely all the way through. So through the knife, into the handle on one side, and then you use the holes in your handle when you put them back together again. You then drill them through that handle there into this one. It's a faff, but you shortcut it, you'll probably end up everything out of line. Right, I'll do the 10 first. The 10 was in there. It's clamped, double sided down, scrap wood underneath. Now I've got to change the drill, which on this one's a complete git because the chuck key's in the wrong fit. and I get the 3.5 done. Okay, so once you've drilled through from the metal side through to the scale on the bar side, now peel that off. Come back to you in a minute. Come back to you in a minute. This is why I like doing it rough cut, because what you have is all the sort of striation of all your previous hacks to help line you up when you put the two back together again to drill through the one with the holes in into the one without. If you sort of profiled that perfectly, you wouldn't have as much of a clue. But anyway, that's just me. So that's lined up at the front, at the back. Now so get it in the vise, and then we're just drilling through with 10 and then some 3mm through the holes. And it should be, now once you cut your pin stock to the right length, that would be both thicknesses of wood and enough metal in the middle and maybe a mil over side good glue. Okay, once you're cutting the right length, just chamfer one end off. That's the side you hit through. So it'll find its way through the wood, through the metal, through the wood again, without bursting the back of the wood out, we hope. So just bevel the end up on the sander.